If you are in the luxury market, you tend to just gravitate towards Scottsdale, but you're not even really sure what parts of Scottsdale, and you're not sure if the greater Phoenix area has luxury living in other areas that might better suit you. In this video, we're going to cover the top 3 luxury markets and where you can get some amazingly beautiful estate living luxury homes in the greater Phoenix area that you've probably never heard of. So don't go anywhere because we're going to get after it right after this. Hello, this is Sheryl Willis over at the Real Agent Now group right here in Phoenix, Arizona. And if this is the first time to our channel, you're going to want to click that little button and tap that little bell so that you are notified each and every time we release a new video. We are getting dozens of calls every single day, and we love it. Look, I know it's really hard to figure out what is where, especially in the luxury market. You might have this one home that happens to be twice the size of every other home in the neighborhood. Is that really what you're looking for? I think it's the full picture. And the only way you can figure out the best part to look to find that perfect home is by picking up that phone, giving us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, days, nights, weekends, even if it's a year, 2 years in advance. Pick up that phone today so that we can start directing you into the right area, and so you can wait for that perfect home to come on the market that you're going to call home when you move to Phoenix. All right, guys, let's get after this right now. I'm going to talk about Scottsdale first because it's the most obvious and it's also the most confusing. Let's pull up a map here and look at Scottsdale, which is over 40 miles long and in some cases 22 miles wide. If you think about it, it's a lot of ground to cover. Where we find the majority of luxury homes, when people think of luxury, they want something modern, they want something with views, they want an outrageous backyard, they want a killer kitchen, and they don't want to be right next to their neighbors. So although there is this huge demand in the south part of Scottsdale, you're only going to find, I shouldn't say only, but you're predominantly going to find older homes. Let me tell you, when I moved here in the 90s, Scottsdale was Old Town, and anything north of like Cactus seemed like forever away from everything. It was before the 101 freeway came in. And once that 101 freeway was built and opened, that's when Scottsdale really started coming into play with some absolutely over-the-top, modern, incredible views, luxury, estate, desert scenery. Like it's insane. So if you're looking for, again, something newer and modern, you're going to go on the outside of 101 freeway and you're going to typically head north. Although I have to say there are a few amazing communities if you go up the McDowell Mountain Range, over like off of Shea Boulevard in like the 130th to the 136th Street. Those to me, those still aren't going to be the uber luxury because you're still in the smaller communities, but nestled in that mountain. My ideal area when I talk to buyers that want luxury homes, we're usually in that $2 to $3 million price point. That's a solid price point for the area that I am talking about. We are over closer to like Troon North. Troon Verde is an amazing community. Troon Ridge, also Ranch Circle, Pinnacle Canyon. Let me tell you, there are a ton of different communities. So I'm not saying that these are the only ones, but I have to say that, again, the biggest bang for your buck, the newer community, the amazing views, amazing sunsets in these outdoor kitchen, zero edge pools, you know, the 18-foot ceilings, the very thoughtful kitchens that have maybe 1 or even 2 pantries, that have like an appliance pantry. I'm telling you, this is the area that is going to deliver, in my opinion, the biggest bang for your buck. You're also going to still be relatively close to amenities you need. Now, they're not going to be 5 or 10 minutes down the road, but within 15 or 20 minutes, you can get to this amazing little shopping center over by DC Ranch, which is one of my favorites. That's another area too, by the way. You're going to have your AJ's, you're going to have a couple of bars and restaurants. You'll have access to Walgreens or CVS, gas stations, but at the same time, you don't get the hustle and bustle of the big city. So Scottsdale is actually going to have my vote for the number 3 as far as luxury communities. All right, let's get on to number 2. This is going to surprise you. Are you ready? This is a new up and coming area. And I promise you, this area is going to explode over the next 5 to 10 years. And this area of town is called Peoria. Peoria, that sounds funny the way I just said it. Peoria is home to, or just outside of, Taiwan Semiconductor is building their largest US campus in America, just north of Peoria, kind of in between Peoria and Anthem, right off Interstate 17. It is a $38 billion campus. And let me tell you, already we are seeing the top executives move here. We are seeing other ancillary businesses, supply chain companies that are moving to this area, which are high-tech executive level jobs will be in this area. It is still to come. And Peoria is such a young city on this part of, again, the 101 freeway. If you think of 101, it literally has a loop of anything on the inside is kind of the older part of the greater Phoenix area. And once the 101 came in, everything on the outside started exploding. And Peoria, let me tell you, you want to talk about bang for your buck? Wow. We are talking Estancia, Coyote Canyon, even Pleasant Groves. If you don't know to search in Peoria, I don't think people would know about this area just yet. And let me tell you, there's just something quiet about that air in Peoria. And you want to talk about being centrally located? You want to go out of town up to Flag or Cottonwood or Prescott, you're right off the 17. If you want to go to the lake, you can go to Lake Pleasant. If you love outdoor activities, Peoria is going to be your home. You're going to resonate with this area. And as far as shopping, it's not super close again, but Arrowhead is not that far. And Arrowhead, which is in Glendale, just on the north side of 101, has some amazing shopping, just high-end restaurants, shopping, entertainment. And let me tell you, you want to talk about entertainment from this Peoria location? You are just a hop and a skip away from spring training, the Westgate Entertainment Center, that's going to be where the Cardinals play. We have outdoor activities, concerts, bike week. I'm telling you, there is so much going on in Peoria, and it has only just begun. All right, and now getting to the drum roll, please. The number 1 spot for luxury home, biggest bang for your buck, newest home, modern technology, the most land, the most upgrades and amenities in the area, and overall just the number 1 spot for luxury home. With no further ado, it is the town of Queen Creek, located in the southeast part of the valley. Here is one thing I want to point out. It is not Santan. There is a difference between Queen Creek and Santan. So let's talk about that for just a moment. So you will be in the furthest part of the Southeast Valley. Now, if you're thinking it's way outside of town, it is outside of town. It is a rural community. It used to be all farming, and it really has started to explode over the last 5 to 7 years with these high-end luxury properties. So that is why the most modern and the most choices and the least expensive for these homes is in the town of Queen Creek. So you're going to be, again, in the Southeast Valley. You're going to find a ton of people that work in the tech corridor in Chandler, right off the 202 in Chandler, that actually call Queen Creek home. If you are employed in the Southeast Valley, whether it be Tempe or Chandler or even in Mesa, there's a ton of healthcare and bioscience employment in this part of the valley. And you're only talking about a 15-20 minute commute. When I get phone calls for those really unique type of homes, like they want a main home with a casita, maybe 2 casitas, but they want the RV garage, but they also want grass, and they want an outdoor pool, and they want luxury. I'm telling you, Queen Creek delivers. Now, whether you are looking at one of these newer, amazing new builds, like for instance, Toll Brothers has some amazing new builds. They're all on about 20,000 square feet. They all have single level homes, so you don't have to worry about 2 stories. properties, and they all have views of the Santan Mountains. So if you don't think of mountains in this part of town, think again. Santan Mountains are incredible. So if you like outdoor activities, hiking and picnicking and horseback riding, boy, this is an equestrian town, very much so. What I love the most about it is their Christmas parade. It really is the local merchants and the schools that they build these floats, and it's all about local. Let me tell you, this community is local, but it has graduated to that next level. There right now in the city of Queen Creek is about 68,000 residents. And again, like I said, it's very rural. So between communities, you're going to see that open pastures, the open land, the field, the green. So it is, believe it or not, just a few degrees cooler. Let me point out again, it's not Santan. So back in the early 2000s, when it was exploding real estate, Queen Creek was smaller homes, and we used to call it commute to qualify. And so they started building these smaller homes. And as Queen Creek just continued to grow, the post office needed mailing addresses. So they gave everybody, whether you were in the Maricopa County part or the Pinal County part, gave them mailing addresses of Queen Creek. So today, though, it is very delineated. There is a Pinal County, totally different taxation, totally different municipalities, utilities, etc. And then there's Maricopa. So in the Maricopa County, that's the area that I'm talking about, these luxury homes in Queen Creek. The safety rating, crime rate, extremely low. Super accessible to everything you need, whether it be a Costco or Whole Foods or Sprouts, or if you want to kind of go into town, you can also take the freeway. There's a new 24 extension right off the 202. But again, if you want farm to table, we're talking massive amounts of farmers markets and all kinds of cute little events. They have beer festival, they have an art festival, they have equestrian events, and of course they have a rodeo. They also have car shows, and it just goes on and on about all the small town feeling. Now, also about schools. In the newer schools, in the newer districts, you are going to find schools that are rated 10 out of 10. That sounded funny. There is also a brand new high school that is super modern, state of the art. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's in the city of Queen Creek, but it is part of the Gilbert School District. So you're getting, again, that exposure to a higher rated public school system, and that's Chrisman High School. Watch for the football team. They're going to be kicking some butt. And if you are a traveler, if you are, let's say, a personal pilot, there's Pegasus Air Park. Let me tell you, you can park your airplanes in your garage. There's also Mesa Gateway that is just a few miles away. If I have a choice to fly out, I'm going out of Mesa Gateway. It's like going back in time. You actually walk out on the tarmac to get on the plane. And to get to the Phoenix Airport, international, of course, you're looking at about a 35 minute drive. So if you are looking for more space, more chill atmosphere, but still high education, higher income, a lot of stores that are coming there. Queen Creek is definitely more built up than Peoria. And we're also going to see a chip manufacturing plant coming out in Queen Creek from LG. So we are going to just see massive growth in Queen Creek. We also have Facebook, Google, and Apple that are moving to the southeast part of Mesa, which is just north of Queen Creek. So you have that technology influence in the area, but you also get that rural country and these stunning luxury estates. All right, guys, if you are thinking of buying a home in the luxury market, don't just set your sights on Scottsdale. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of amazing things in Scottsdale. And if you are looking for some of the exclusive golf communities, Scottsdale is definitely the place you're going to want to call home. If you are looking for something a little bit different than Scottsdale and maybe something a little bit more rural, both Peoria and Queen Creek should at least be on your list to check out. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure sharing with you my top 3 favorite luxury markets. I'd love to hear from you. Give us a call. We'll set up a Zoom call. We'll ask you what you're looking for, and we'll help guide you through the greater Phoenix area to get you to the right area and find the perfect home. All right, guys, until next time, be kind. See you then. Bye.